Hi, I'm Hub Arkus for Pro Football Weekly, where we are always ready for some football, Monday Night Football in particular. This is our preview of the Monday night game of the week between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Our executive editor, Dan Arkush, covers the NFC West for us. And, Dan, big matchup standings-wise, but definitely two teams going in different directions. The Arizona Cardinals, after that 4-0 start, really pretty much just hanging on right now.
You're absolutely right, Hub. I mean, their problems on offense are considerable. The biggest problem being an offensive line that just seems to get worse every week. John Skelton, who's the guy under center right now, it looks like he's moving in quicksand a lot of the time. It just seems to take so long for plays to get off. So, yeah, they're very challenged offensively, but they still have a hell of a defense.
Now, the San Francisco 49ers, on the other hand, they struggle a little bit throwing the football. They've had a couple of just brain cramps where they didn't show up in Minnesota and at home against the Giants. But for the most part, beyond that, they've been the team everybody expected and don't really come in here with a weakness as long as they don't fall behind.
You know, I think what happened with them, Hub, they went to such great lengths to try and improve that passing game, going out and getting all those weapons like Mario Manningham and Randy Moss, and they just kind of figured out in that Seattle game that what they do best is really just that power run game featuring Frank Gore, and I think, that's still their bread and butter. And it'll be interesting to see if this Arizona run defense, which actually had all kinds of problems with Adrian Peterson last week, if they can handle Gore and Kendall Hunter, who provides a really nice change of pace.
Well, and therein lies the rub for the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, the defense has been very good, but it's been much better against the pass than it has been against the run. And the Niners aren't likely to try and challenge them with the pass unless they've gashed them a little bit with the run first.
Yeah, so, it's going to be interesting. I think a real key guy to watch for the Cardinals, a star in the making, in my opinion, is this Daryl Washington. I think he's playing better than Patrick Willis. He's just an excellent linebacker. And so it's going to be, I think, a pretty low-scoring game. And in Arizona, I think the Cardinals will show up.
Well, and the one other thing we have to address here, of course, the Niners rush the passer. They get after the passer about as well as anybody in the NFL. Kevin Kolb is done for at least 5 or 6 weeks. He may be done as a Cardinal. We really don't know. As you mentioned, John Skelton with all the mobility of a statue. What happens if they get Skelton banged up?
I don't know. That's a great one. I mean, Ryan Lindley is their number 3 guy, and I've been told by our sources out there that he's just an emergency plan, a disaster. If there's an outright disaster, they'll go to Lindley. So Skelton is the guy. Now, he did come through last year in the fourth quarter a lot, but boy, he just doesn't look that good at all.
Now, generally with a 5-2 team and a 4-3 team in the same division, you've got a big contested matchup here. The 49ers on the road, and yet still a significant favorite. It's prediction time. What do you think happens here?
I'm going to pick the Cardinals to at least cover, get within maybe 5. I believe it's like a touchdown spread, so I'll go something like 28-23.
It's funny, when you watch the 49ers, it's hard to see them running it up on anybody, and yet they did a couple times earlier in the season. I think this Cardinal team may be done. I think last week in Minnesota may have been their swan song, so I'm going to go with the 49ers in this one. That's going to do it for our preview of the Monday night game of the week. But for all the best in news, scoops, rumors, and analysis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you want to make sure you're always dialed in at ProFootballWeekly.com.